Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear humanity, I've come today to give an interpretation on health. We are discussing health, and the topic or the subject is the topic we are looking at. Mental health. Mental health in our societies or in humanity. And one of the points that I'll point out is that we are going to focus on is information that is consumed by humanity or by the public, as well as schools and institutions. We are going to look at information that is consumed by human beings every day. That is, we look at institutions of education, institutions which are responsible for healthy services, as well as institutions all institutions. When we talk of mental health, this subject is a very wide subject. Mental health is a very, very wide subject. But under this subject of mental health, we are going to look at what exactly does information, if that information is not well balanced or well assessed, what are the dangers of misinformation to society? What are the dangers, the consequences, and the hazards of misinformation to society or to the entire human race? Because in modern times, you find that and with social media being an open door to information, the dangers, the hazards, the dangers of misinformation can lead to deadly consequences in terms of health, as well as in terms of health, mental health. Misinformation can lead to deadly consequences to children, adults, as well as everyone, including the environment. Misinformation is a very deadly thing that can affect everything around a human being. Take, for instance, that in modern societies, men and women have come to understand the exposure of what we call weapons. Exposure to weapons. Weapons are things that mankind have over the years and centuries have kind of developed a desire to carry weapons. Weapons which are in one way or the other, any weapon. If a man or a woman carries a weapon, that weapon is intended mainly in modern societies to cause harm and injuries to others or to other fellow human beings. Now, when these occur in societies of humanity or societies of human beings, it has so many deadly consequences, unexplainable and unexplained consequences, because, as I said, misinformation can cause damage to the environment, can cause damage to children as well as adults, as well as everyone in society. So we said, we look at weapons. In modern times, men and women spend 365 days, or nations, countries spend 365 days of the year in the engagement of constructing and manufacturing of weapons. If you look at conflicts around the world, most of these conflicts are fueled by freely available weapons in society. Freely available weapons in society. Freely available weapons in society. And this is due to the fact that a person can go under the influence that if I carry a weapon, I can easily cause, and a person can easily cause harm to anybody if she or he is carrying a weapon. Take for instance, anybody, many of you have witnessed it in your roads or in your streets, that some people use cars, a car that you drive, as weapons. So when there is, if that person can use a car as a weapon on the road against human beings, that very person, you imagine if she or he comes across an automatic assault weapon, which is it's whatever, when it was manufactured, it's whatever is cause maximum damage to whatever, to humans. So the reason why I pointed out, started with this with weapons, as to try and show you that misinformation can lead to either, if mankind is not careful, if humanity you are not careful, misinformation can lead to the extinction of the human race. If mankind, if humanity you are not careful as human beings on this planet, misinformation can lead to the extinction of the human race. Because we are looking at mental health and what are the hazards of misinformation with the diseases that occur in human beings under the whatever that people are consuming information which is intended intentionally to misguide people from what exactly human beings are. My people, you are all living human beings on planet Earth. You are all living human beings on planet Earth. A person from America is a living human being. A person from South Africa is a living human being. A person from England is a living human being. A person from Russia is a living human being. A person from Africa is a living human being. A person from Brazil is a living human being. A person from China is a living human being. Whereby that to prove to you that you are all living human beings, a person from Australia can easily marry a person from America. And they create family and they live together. So that means that indeed you are all living human beings who should not engage in the theology of the dirty theology of promoting what you call racism or division or disunity of the human race. When you engage in any sort of desecration of the human race, you might be doing it because you think you are white, but the repercussions of that is that if as a white man you are desecrating the human race, or the structure of the human race, with what we call racism, and with racism or militantism or whatever, because racism can easily make you carry a weapon and go in the street and say, I don't like that person, I'll do this to she or her, or I'll do this to him or her, because I don't like that person, because of your whatever is in your head, that you have this information, or you have the misinformation that a man in a black kind of appearance is some people, they think they are animals. Some people think that black people are animals, and that is what we call misinformation. Under the article of the United Nations human dignity and human rights interpretation, anybody who appears in the structure, as a creation, as a human being, that person should be classified and given all rights as dignity, and respected and protected from any kind of dehumanization, humiliation, and abuse. Nobody should abuse any other other human being because of their color, because of their status in society, whether they are wealthy, they are rich, or whatever. No, because a human life, or life on this planet, is given to every human being, and that human life, the life for every living human being, is not a right that is given by men or women. It's a right that is given by the most holy, glorified, almighty Allah, who gives life to every human being, who is every living human being. And with that right to life of that person, she's given what we call a sustenance. She's given what she will eat all the way when she's on this planet. The same way an American child is born, and that child her family can provide each and everything at the level that she wants. The same way a person let's say in Ghana can get whatever they eat on the level, on whatever, but that is what we call sustenance. What she will eat until the very day that she departs again from this planet. So that is a right that every human being is entitled to. As an American, your child is entitled to drink whatever, to eat whatever that she likes. As a Ghanaian, your child is entitled to eat whatever that she likes, to laugh and jump in every corner of your house. As an American, your child is entitled to dance and run and dance in front of you and run in the other room and come back to your room and sing and that. So that is a right, not given to you as an American. You did not give that right to your daughter to jump and smile and in front of you. No. You are not the one who gave her that right, because you did not know whether the very day she took form to become to start the journey of becoming a human being. You did not know. You did not have a clue, and neither did you. The very day you took your first journey to take form as an egg and into an embryo, into a baby, a 1 day old baby, you did not know that your rights and this will be that your daughter will dance in front of you. So that right, the right to life, is something that is given to human beings by the most holy, glorified, almighty Allah. And with that, Allah commands every human being to respect, protect every living human being, and dispense peace and harmony to each and every one of you living human beings on this planet. With that, under that kind of interpretation, you are not supposed to give misinformation to humanity, or to distribute disinformation or misinformation to human beings, whereby you say you are an American, you don't like a Chinese, you say you are a British, you don't like African, you say you are a Russian, you don't like whatever. So this is misinformation, this unit. Because this kind of disinformation causes what we call psychological, in some of the disinformation that is distributed either on social media, either in institutions, education institutions, and whatever governments. There's what we call in those information, this information that is being distributed to every channel of society. There's some hidden whatever that carry what we call psychological mutilation. The theory that is being given to passed on as information to humanity. Some of this information has what we call psychological mutilation, or it's psychological mutilation, or which causes disunity, which can cause someone to think this is racism, this is this. I don't like this because of this. Whereas He who created you, the most holy glorified Almighty Allah, demands that every human being is entitled to peace and security. On top of that, He commands that your duty as human beings is to be to dispense harmony and peace to each other. So, under no any circumstances should you use theology, or what you call religious theology or belief theology, to distribute misinformation or using it as a psychological weapon of mutilation of the mind, or psychological mutilation against any other human being. Because your duty as a human being on this planet, your first priority duty is to recognize that anybody around the world is a living human being who is entitled to all rights and dignities of anyone who lives in America is entitled to. If you are entitled to live, walk and freely and dance and sing every hour, the same thing is a person in England or France or China or Australia or Africa or Egypt or Kenya or Zambia or South Africa, without using the derogative whatever that, these are black people, these are Chinese, these are what? No. Or these are red Indians. All human beings are entitled to the same rights as your daughter in your room or in your house, running from one room to the other, coming and dancing in front of you. Any living human being is entitled to that, because you did not give your daughter the life to be your daughter. You did not. You did not. All the tasks you had is to you found what you call the mother of your wife, and you were carrying what your daughter looks like today, but without knowing that you did not know how she looks like after 9 months, when she was in the womb, and you did not know what she did have when she was in the womb. You didn't know what took place. You didn't know anything. So that you, as people who are in institutions of education, you should champion and promote the unity of human beings, not the promotion of weapons. You should champion the unity and you should promote unity of the human race, removing all sadistic whatever of racism, derogative or sadistic, that theology of racism, and what we call war. Because nobody benefits from any war. Nobody. And with this information, when someone gets what we call misinformation, or when she's in an institution, in an education institution, she will kind of move on with that, thinking that she's on the right path. Whereas that information has the potential to cause damage and death to at least maybe 10,000 people being distributed by a person. A girl went to a university. She was given what we call information, and that information was hidden under the whatever. It was misinformation or disinformation, and she consumed it, all her whatever, until she acquired what we call a degree, entered into the field of work, and the whatever that she's been doing, whatever over the years, is misinforming humanity. Take, for instance, I'll show you something, human beings. I'll show you something that is very important for every human being to know who they are on this planet. As creations identified as human beings, you were created, and you have what you call a blood system that runs your bodies, because blood is what runs from every part of your body. And that blood in your bodies contains what we call red cells and white blood cells. Those red and white blood cells in a human body are responsible in a woman to make changes that a woman goes through to acquire to go through what you call menstrual cycles. Even men, the blood and white blood cells are responsible for building every muscle, either in a woman or a man. Your body has what we call blood, and blood contains what we call red cells and white blood cells. I showed you that in a woman, the red and white blood cells are responsible for first, the changes that a woman goes through when she enters a period of a reproductive whatever, that she goes into what we call menstrual cycles. And in a man, as well, when the man becomes of age, the voice and everything changes, and their body kind of whatever. On top of that, as I showed you, that red and white blood cells, either in a woman or a man, are responsible for building every muscle on a human body. And that task has some kind of the red and white blood cells has what we call a region. A region, like the sun in the sky has a region. The moon in the sky has a region, and the planet Earth has a region. As you human beings do have what you call a region, the region of the blood, the red and white blood system that builds every muscle on your bodies, and that region is Islam. Islam is the religion of the sun in the sky. Islam is the religion of the moon in the sky. Islam is the religion of planet Earth. Islam is the religion of the water you drink. Islam is the religion of the air you breathe. Islam is the religion of every plant on this planet. So, that being said, is that though all this, whatever, your blood is able to build every muscle, your red and white blood cells is able to build every muscle on your body, from a 1-day-old little girl to a 20, 30, 40, or 50 years, or 90 years, because of the religion that is in a relationship works in harmony. The religion of the sun works in harmony, in good, in respect of absolute divine decrees of Islam, the absolute divine holy decrees of Islam that demands that the sign in the sky should work well with your red and white blood cells in your body, to be able to allow the body to grow, to build muscles on your body, so long as your body accepts that Islam is the religion of the sun in the sky. If your body rejects or thinks that the sun in the sky is the religion of Islam, is not good for your body as a human being, then that is what we call a conflict or a dispute between your red and white blood cells in your body, and the sun in the sky, which brings light every day. So your body, if you tell it that you don't want the religion of the sun, which is the religion of Islam, and your body, kind of every red and white blood cells hears it, because in modern society, it's why I started with this topic, the red and white blood cells, or the blood in your system that builds muscles in your bodies, is to show you that there's a conflict between human beings and the environment and everything around them, because of that theologies of beliefs conjectured by men and the true religion of their blood system that builds every muscle in their bodies. Because disinformation has been passed on for generations after generations, that your religion is this, whereas the sign in the sky is saying to human beings, your religion is my religion, the religion of your bodies is my religion, and my religion is Islam. My religion, as sun in the sky, is Islam. And your bodies, if you say your religion is different from my religion as the sun in the sky, your bodies will find it very difficult to look after you, because that will be a conflict between you as living human beings, as well as a conflict between you as human beings and me as the sun in the sky, or the environment around you. So over the years, men and women kind of went into disinformation over and over again, causing what you institutions now to call today, which is on every article of the newspaper, what you call global warming, or what you call global warming, or global climate change. Climate change, under the article of climate change in the mouths of human beings, they cannot understand what it is. But me as the sun in the sky, me as the clouds and the rains and the seasons, we are asking human beings, a race called human beings, hey human beings, what kind of life do you want on planet Earth? What kind of life? Which kind of life are you looking to promote on planet Earth? The one of bloodshed? The one of destruction? The one of what you call a conflict between you as a human race, human beings, who are given a percentage of mental development to recognize that this is my daughter, this is my mother, this is my father, and so on, as well as to recognize that anybody who works in a structure or in an appearance of a human being is a human being who is entitled to the rights of life as your daughter or your mother or your sister or your whatever is entitled to, without you manufacturing weapons saying, no, this is our way of life. No, this is our way of life. Our way of life is disunity. Disunity can cause war. Disinformation can cause war, can cause the environment to retaliate against the people who do not understand that they are entitled, or they were created from one man, and that man is Prophet Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and Hawa, his wife Hawa, which translates that your genetics as an American man or European man are directly in somehow connected to the genetics of an African man or a Chinese man. The only difference is that a Chinese man lives on a different latitude of the planet, or different longitude on planet Earth. Or that person, any other human being, may look different because, or may speak in a different whatever tone or whatever, because their latitude is different from where you are. But you are required as an individual. The same way you would wake up and say, I'm going to New York, I'm going to Hong Kong, I'm going to Australia. You are going there because you are going to meet human beings. You only communicate in interaction with human beings that you can speak words, interact and articulate and speak words to fellow human beings, not whatever. And when you get to Australia, those people will welcome you. They will be happy to welcome you and look after you in a manner that you would enjoy being surrounded by fellow human beings. But the reason why I'm putting this point forward is that mental health is a subject that we started with, we are looking at. What do institutions say about the championing of unity of the human race? Whereby, if every government on this planet developed and encouraged every citizen of this planet to love and dispense harmony to one another, I think it costs less to teach someone that your neighbor, even though he may look, his color is different, he's a human, and he's a very lovely human. Because, for instance, you as an American white man, you might have a daughter, and that daughter gets a problem of what we call her, and she needs what we call a bone marrow transplant. And funny enough, the bone marrow match transplant can be found in Palestine, in a little girl in Palestine. But how will your daughter, as an American, get treated if you are manufacturing? You spend 365 days of the year manufacturing ballistic missiles, and you are exporting them on a 3-year little girl in Palestine in a refugee camp. How will your daughter in America have access to bone marrow if that girl in Palestine is killed? So this was brought on due to the misinformation. You saying we are Christians, or we are those are Muslims. We are Christians. We are Israelis. We are Europeans. We are this. Whereas He who created you said, the religion of your blood is one, and that is Islam. Because Islam is the religion of the sun. Because Islam is the religion of the moon. Because Islam is the religion of the water that you drink. Islam is the religion of every plant that you've ever eaten as food on this planet. So, that being said to you, human beings, please, my people, try and look at what I'm saying to you as something that is kind of it costs less. But the fact that over the years and now there's an open door for humanity to have true access to information that can unite the entire planet without you spending 365 days manufacturing weapons. Because a weapon in the jungle can be used to kill women, defenseless women. A weapon on the streets of America can be used to shoot children in their classes. Because a weapon anywhere in the world can be used to cause devastating and maximum whatever, which is death to those who are in the course of a man who is free, has access to a weapon. So, my people, or human beings, I know in modern times, many over the years have developed what we call businesses. But the business of protecting the human race is not to be taken lightly when that business involves weapons. Because you as a weapon manufacturer, sometimes I would say you wouldn't walk from the beginning of Wall Street in New York to the other end of the Wall Street without having bodyguards. I think, if I'm not right, that would be. But you are manufacturing weapons every day. So, my people, security of the human race is to guide the entire human race, to unite the entire human race, to respect and love our fellow human beings the same way you love your daughter. Because in Islam, Allah says that the kindness, the kindness that you feel for your most beloved daughter, who plays from one room to the other, jumping in front of you, it's the same kindness you should honor or give to the person in kind of in harmony. You give it to other people. You dispense it to other people as harmony. The same love and kindness and whatever that you have for your daughter, your most beloved daughter. When you go out there on the road, the same whatever that you gave to your daughter, you feel for your daughter, give it to those people that you meet on the street, or dispense it to them as harmony, peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. So that you, as a man who cannot give someone a ton of gold, you can give him peace. You cannot give me a ton of gold because you don't have it. And sometimes, even if you give me a ton of gold, maybe to me, gold is nothing. It's useless. It's nothing. But if you give me peace and harmony, because when Allah created your father, you as human beings, when Allah created Adam, alayhi salatu wasalam, the father of human beings, He gave him the salutation of As-salam. The salutation of As-salam is when a Muslim person says another Muslim that Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakat. With that, you are, as human beings, as I said to you, dispense the kindness, the peace that you desire for your daughter, your love that you have for your daughter. When you go out there on the road, when you are meeting people, genuinely take it from your heart and say, my people, this is what we are as a creation human beings. We should not shed blood of one another. We should not look at our fellow human beings because of their color, because of their status in the society, because they will say they are not educated, they are this and that. No. Your daughter, she may be 8 or 10. She doesn't know whether she's educated. She doesn't know whether she will be educated. She doesn't know what is tomorrow. She doesn't know what is. But for me, from whatever, from the jungles of Africa. I say to you, your daughter one day maybe will visit my country and you come across a flower, beautiful flower, a naturally kind of grown flower, a flower that grows naturally. And that flower enjoys all the beauty that Allah gave to your daughter the very day she was born. Because it's Allah who created your daughter. And one day she may travel to my country and she may be walking and a flower calls and say, I'm a flower. I'm Muslim. Smell me and smell the fragrance of beauty of Islam. The region of the water you drink, the region of the sun in the sky, the region of Mother Planet Earth. I'm a flower, I'm a Muslim. So once your daughter returns, she may not understand, but I've tried to explain to you that as an American, look at every human being on this planet as something that is very special. Either your children are very special to you, so is the children of an African man. Your mothers are very special to you, so are the mother of an African man. And so on and so on. So my people, this information is very dangerous to the human race because today in modern societies, men and women don't know that weapons are very dangerous because they are commodities that are being sold on world market. Instead of selling weapons, why don't you manufacture things like books, tons of books that tells human beings, hey Chinese, here in America, we love the Chinese. Here in Britain, we love the Chinese. Here in Australia, we love the Chinese. Here in Africa, we love the Chinese. Every Chinese, whenever you have time, come and visit us. Have a good time when you are in Africa. Have a very good time when you are in Europe. Because you are human like us. We can only talk to human. You and I can interact to one another. Can understand. Maybe if you come and visit my country in Africa, one day you might be able to say, come and visit my country in China. Go, let me take you around and see what we have on this planet. This is what we eat. This is how we survive here. I'll give you something that some Americans and Europeans find very interesting when they visit Africa. There are people called the Maasai people. The Maasai people are a people who are cattle herders. They look after their treasure, are cattle. They treasure their gold, everything that they look for in their lives is a cattle, a cow. These are men who live side by side with wild animals, lions and zebras and what have you. They live side by side with them. Their pressure is not to live in whatever we call a castle. A castle in either in Manhattan or whatever. He has what we call a hut, a simple hut. Sometimes with covered with bush. I mean, they what they put on top as a roof is circuits of bush. But that is his palace. That is his city. That is his life. So he finds that his cattle, his way of life is the best thing in the world. Not a castle, whatever, that you have to do this and that. No. my people, I would suggest that if you look at my life in Africa, you'll be amazed, because for us in Africa, for centuries, we took those what you call when you come and visit the animals, the lions and what of, we took them as some of them. We have a kind of a relationship with the wild animals. Our clans, we can have a clan of people who say our clan is that of a lion, our clan is that of a buffalo, our clan is that of an elephant. That doesn't mean that I am a lion or I'm a clan. I'm what? It is to be able to communicate. To understand that these animals are entitled to life. The same way a human being is entitled to life. That's why when Europeans came to Africa, they found that we were living with animals in national. They must say living with animals in national parks, without a Maasai harming the lion, or the lion harming the Maasai. Do you see my point? So, if a Maasai a lion cannot harm a Maasai, what about you, a human who has what we call a mental development, who can differentiate between a human being and an animal? And for your information, if an animal, you are walking along and you come across an animal, if you did not attack it, don't attack it. As simple as that. Because you are entitled, that animal is entitled to live on this planet, as you are entitled to live on this planet. If you do not attack it, do not attack it. But some of the theologies, they are dirty theologies, sadistic dirty theologies, that separates men, that you are this, you are that, you are that, you are that. And with that, it carries what we call weapons. Because if you told the person that you are black, and that is a black area, we don't go there. Yeah, but you teach your daughter that is a black people, they are not like us. That is not good for your daughter, because I might grow a flower, and that flower will be exported to your country, and your daughter, who doesn't know that flower was grown on a farm which black people are living, or black people grow that flower. So, my people, it's better that one thing that I'll point out, you try and work out, find a solution, and recognize that you are all living human beings on this planet. You are all living human beings on this planet. If you recognize that you are all living human beings on this planet, then the first thing that you have to remove from your societies is weapons, and that theologies, which tells you that teaches you this man, whatever, they went to war with this country, they killed so and so, this king killed this so and so, that is something that you don't need in your societies. You don't need discrimination of any kind in your societies, and you don't need weapons, and you don't need disinformation whereby a weapons manufacturer manufactures a weapon and then he puts it on there or whatever. This is a very nice weapon. What is it going to be used against animals or human beings? You call it a nice weapon. Anything that harms a human being, either psychological or physical, is not good for you as the manufacturer, or it's not good for your daughter, and it's not good for anybody else. So, one of the things that I need to inform you about because while we are discussing this, I showed you that you are all living Muslim, because the sun in the sky works well with the red and white blood system in your bodies, especially this piece, this article may go to women. Women, your bodies are able to go through 30 days, and then you get what you call a menstrual cycle. Why? Because your body, as a woman who carries a child, a creation in your womb for 9 months, your body has what we call a celestial sequence or frequency, a celestial frequency that works the frequencies and the rotations of the moon around planet Earth. That rotation of that frequency of frequency rotation cycle of the moon around planet Earth as well as in your body allows your body to know that after 30 days you will go into what you call menstrual cycles to remove the unhealthy red and white blood cells in your body and to give you new blood cells or to renew your blood cells so that your red and white blood cells and your body is in balance with the gravity and the reproductive whatever of the moon, as well as the reproductive gravity dynamics of planet Earth, as well as the reproductive cycle, whatever energy and whatever of the moon, of the sun in the sky. So your red and white blood cells has what we call a frequency, rotations frequency, kind of a frequency. A frequency is something that it's like a pulse. So that allows your body to keep changing, and until even when you become pregnant, your body goes through a very, very miraculous, phase, whereby your body, your frequency, that frequency which is connected to the moon, to your body as a woman, when you become pregnant, it is kind of expanded from the solar system of planet Earth to the 7-year galaxies of planet Earth. The 7-year galaxies of planet Earth do interact with a woman who has become pregnant on a 24-hour constant interaction for the woman to be, for the 7 galaxies to be able to do the mapping of the creation that is taking place in your womb. So that frequency, or the frequency of the galaxies and the interaction of the galaxies, is on the planet, the solar system of planet Earth, of the moon, in a woman. But when a woman becomes pregnant, that frequency is kind of opened up. It expands to the 7-year galaxies, whereby a woman is interacting, or the 7 galaxies are interacting with the woman who is pregnant on a 24-hour constant interaction basis. That some women, they experience what we call fatigue, extra fatigue, because the galaxies are very powerful bodies which contain what we call rotation time zones. When a woman is in interaction with the 7 galaxies, the rotation of the time rotation zone, the time zone rotation of the galaxies kind of are very difficult to ride through if a woman is not, her body is not prepared. That's why some women become very pregnant. I mean, they experience fatigue. Some women, they can't go through with the fatigue. They end up having miscarriages because their bodies, they either we are exposed to alcohol and things like that. So your bodies have a frequency that works the moon with the region of the moon, as well as with the region of the sun, as well as with the region of planet Earth, as well as with the region of the universe, or with the region of the 7 galaxies. And that region is Islam. That region is Islam. So one of the things why I am telling you this is that you, as creation identified as human beings, you should remove this dirty theology whereby you say the bloodshed, which promotes bloodshed of one another. You should remove the dirty theology of sadism, which promotes the bloodshed of one another, and promote the religion of Islam and love the religion of Islam, because it's the religion that every muscle on your bodies was created. If you understand that as human beings, then you work to look forward to Islam as the most holy, beautiful religion that everything was created. Every human being is a Muslim on this planet, whether they like it or not. Because if you say you don't like Islam, you are attacking the religion of the sun in the sky. You are attacking the religion of the red and white blood cells in your body, which may cause your body to, or which may cause your red and white blood cells to mutate into cancer tumors, because you, as whatever you are saying, you are fighting Islam. And Islam is the religion that build the religion of the white and white blood cells that build every muscle on your body. So, as to your body, that you are attacking the religion of the fact the red and white blood cells are Muslim, and they build every muscle on your body. Once you attack that religion, your body those white and red blood cells will mutate into blood tumors or cancer tumors. It might be cancer of the brain or blood cancer or anything, causing every part of your body to your body to commit suicide. And for your information, a human body can easily commit suicide by itself, by killing its immune system and mutating every red and white blood cell into a cancer tumor. Because if you say you put it in your whatever that you are fighting Islam, you may think it's your brain, a white blood cell knows what you are going to say, what you think, before you say it, you think it. And once you enforce it on the system will send you a warning that this whatever is not clean is dirty. And you not feel well today. And you go to your doctor and say, I'm not feeling well, I don't know, my blood pressure is going up. It's a symptom from the red and white system in every organ in your body, that the fact that you are hiding that you are fighting Islam, or you are giving out information, distributing disinformation or misinformation about the true religion of your body, or you hate the true religion from which you are created. Your body sends a warning, and your blood pressure goes up. You go to the doctor and say, we can't find out, but maybe go and have this. You come back, we check again and see. Those are symptoms. One, your body saying that me as your body, me as your red and white blood system, I can easily shut down the entire system, or I can easily commit suicide and kill the immune system and mutate every red blood cell in your body into tumors or cancer tumors, because you are fighting me as the religion that build your body, every muscle in your body, as a human being. So when you listen to this information, many of you are thinking, I would suggest institutions, medical or health institutions, or medical practitioners should look at what is theology. That is theology. And before I conclude this, I'll tell you that any psychologist, any psychologist will tell you that, for instance, that a competent psychologist will tell you that any information which violates or which does harm a human body, either psychological or physical, that information should not be put in the public domain, either as a health application or anything like that. It shouldn't be put on the public shelf, public whatever, for people to consume. Any competent psychologist who is not bent on one or the other will tell you that any information which says we crucified so and so, that information, because here you wouldn't like your daughter to look at what we call someone mutilated on the cross, crucified, bleeding every part of his body. You wouldn't like your daughter, an 8-year-old daughter, to look at. And when she looks at that, it makes her sick. It makes her soul sick. If your daughter, 8-year-old little girl, looks at a picture of what you call Jesus on the cross, stripped naked, he has a crown of thorns on his head, stretched on crucified on the cross, and beaten and dripping with blood, drops of blood. If your daughter looked at that, she will not tell you that mommy, that is sick, but it is sick. So any competent psychologist will tell you that information is very deadly to an 8-year-old little girl. As it's deadly to an 8-year-old little girl, it's deadly to any other human being on this planet. So my people, please, as human beings, you may not know that the survival of the human race is in what we call, there are big question marks. One, those questions are being asked by Mother Nature or the environment, which usually people call global warming or climate change. There are big question marks being asked to you human beings, more what you call modern men and women. And those questions are being asked by Mother Nature, the environment that produces the food you eat. The environment and the sun in the sky is saying this, asking the same questions. The moon in the sky also asks the same questions. What kind of life do you want on this planet? Do you want the life of bloodshed? Or a life where your daughter jumps in front of you and dances and runs to the room, comes to your room, dances again, runs up there and dancing every hour? Or a life of bloodshed? And with that, Mother Nature says, oh, human being, what kind of life do you want on this planet? Of rehearsing war games every other hour, every day, every month? Or of promoting unity of humanity? We are talking about mental health. Whatever that I've mentioned here, they have connections to your mental well-being. You as a human being. Your mental health should not consume information. For instance, your little 8-year-old girl should not look at pictures of a man on the cross, crucified, stripped naked, crucified, with a thorn on his head and dripping with blood. If the daughter looks at that, it kills her soul. It desecrates her humanism. And please remember that your daughter, maybe in a few years, she will enter into what we call her reproductive cycles. When that happens, it's the religion of Islam or the religion of the moon and the frequency in her body with the religion of the moon that makes her go through those menstrual cycles and develop her breasts. It's the religion of the sun in the sky, the frequency of the sun in Islam, or the religion of Islam in her body, that her body is able to grow and make changes until she becomes, or she'll be able to carry a child herself. It's not the cross. If she was crucified, maybe she'll be dead too, as the one who died on the cross. So, misinformation, disinformation, or data information, data theology is not good for human beings. Men and women who have positions of influence. Speak the truth to your children. Tell the children that you brought onto this planet that bloodshed is not a good thing. Shedding of blood and alcohol is also not a good thing, because all these things have been forbidden by He who created the universe with holy divine laws that do not shed blood of one another and do not consume alcohol and do not engage in any acts of sadism against fellow human beings. My people, I was trying to show you that misinformation or disinformation can cause diseases or psychological diseases or mental disorders if there's that information is accompanied with things like weapons and alcohol. Alcohol and weapons are things that are very dangerous to the human race. Alcohol and weapons are very, very dangerous to the human race. Because, as I showed you, a man can be driving a car and can easily use that car as a weapon against defenseless people on the street. What if that person comes across an automatic assault rifle? Do not manufacture weapons and do not disinform other human beings about their true religion. That the true religion of your body. Because you, as a man or a woman today, you were once a one-day little girl. And because the religion in your blood, the religion of the red and white blood cells in your body, built every cell, every muscle in your body, and that religion is Islam. And that is the religion of every food that you have ever consumed on this planet. Do not say to people, do not say to yourself that you are fighting Islam or you hate Islam. Because me as red and white blood cell in your body, I know and I hear whatever you say. When you take another Muslim creation like a bottle of water and drink it, the first thing it will read in your body is, this person hates Islam. This person doesn't like Islam. Me as what? My religion is Islam. So that may be if you say you are fighting Islam and you drink water. I think there will be a what we call me as water. I may try to come out of your body either by causing blisters on your body because you've taken me, you've drunk me as water, but you drank the wrong thing because I'm a Muslim. You drank me as water, but I'm a Muslim. So to come out of your body, I may kind of cause blisters on your body, every part of your body, or I may even damage your lungs or your belly or your head. Because if you say we are fighting Islam, then you don't know which planet or you don't know your own body. You don't know your own body. So human beings, be warned, and this information is to all human beings that do not consume information that is sick, that causes division, disunity, dehumanization of others. It's not good. And do not this past information which makes other human beings less human than others. Try and unite one another because you are all living Muslims on this planet. You are all living Muslims on this planet. Get time and read the Quran and see what the Quran says about human beings and how they are supposed to live. How they are supposed to live in their societies, in their bodies. That's what I can say to you, human beings. Mental health is a result of misinformation, disinformation, of dirty and theologies that promotes division and disunity of human beings. If you work hand in hand as human beings, you can easily bring a change to the human race and live a normal life that we are created to live, not a life of bloodshed. Do not shed blood of one another and do not consume alcohol. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.